Boom, ba down, ba down, a down, na 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 war out there every day. Can't hide from it. You gotta play by the rules, play cool. Gotta ride in the face of the side of disgrace when your friends and foes look alike. Anyways, hello. Yeah, okay. As I said, as it says in the stream description, we will be watching. We'll be watching the fucking goddamn shitty Sony bullshit. Stop this stupid ass music. Stop! Goddamn, Sony doesn't deserve this. Their bullshit fake Nintendo Direct. We're gonna watch that. But I'll be damned if I'm about to watch this shit alone. Forget this. Forget that. I'm not doing that as the only thing we're doing for now. So we're gonna do some other things in the meantime. Man, why the hell has Sony gotta steal everything? Like, they have literally been stealing shit from Nintendo from the actual start. And I know Sony's a reputable company. They make good games, sorta. They commission good games, really. You know, they have solid hardware, kind of. But like if y'all didn't know the the reason why, like literally the reason why Sony is even in the console market at all is because of Nintendo. It's actually, I mean, I guess before I should say any of that, I should specify the actual state of whatever, state of decay, state of gay, or whatever the fuck is called. Doesn't start for another 30 minutes. It starts at 5. So in the meantime, we're just gonna be screwing around. But okay, yeah. The reason why they're even in the gaming industry at all is because Nintendo wanted to make a disc drive for the Sega, not the Sega Saturn, that doesn't make any sense, for the SNES, just like Sega did with the Genesis, right? The Sega CD, which was an attachment for the Genesis. Yeah, they wanted to do the same thing, so they got Sony on board, and they were going to do it. But then something happened, they fell out, the deal went out. Now the next thing that ended up happening is that Nintendo ended up taking this idea and bringing it to Panasonic instead. And anybody who's keen enough into this certain story probably already knows what happened when Panasonic tried to team up with Nintendo to make a disc drive. Basically, it didn't work the same way that it didn't work with Sony. But the difference is that Panasonic, well, actually, I mean, I guess they both decided to go on and make their own consoles. But Panasonic, well, while Sony made the PlayStation, which is, you know, one could say it was pretty successful, Panasonic went on to make the CDI. And because I guess their contract with Nintendo went a little bit further before they ended up scrapping the whole thing, they got access to the licenses for Zelda and for Mario, and that resulted in the CDI, Zelda, and Mario games. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're not here to talk about the Sega. We're not here to talk about the CDI games, which are so infamously awful that they are still memes to this day. No. We're here to talk about PlayStation. Okay, PlayStation. They were like, alright, we gonna make a console. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna take everything Nintendo did, or everything we were working on with the disc drive, right? And make it its whole console. And we're going to copy the buttons, except for we're going to replace them with shapes. And we're going to add an extra layer of shoulder buttons. But if you didn't know about the original PlayStation controller, is that it didn't have an analog stick. Analog sticks did not exist at that time. Analog sticks didn't become a thing until the N64 when it was first implemented by Nintendo. So they didn't have an analog stick, they just had a shitty D-pad, which is a whole different can of worms, the D-pad debacle. If you didn't know, Nintendo also invented the D-pad. and they had it patented for the longest time. So pretty much up until like the Xbox 360, PS3 era, Nintendo held the entire market for D-pads, which means ain't nobody can have a proper D-pad. They all had to be some bullshit, half-assed, fake version that just didn't work as well. That's why Nintendo's almost always had the best D-pads. It's also why recently Xbox D-pad is pretty good, and same with the Sony one. Again, because they no longer have to use bullshit replacements, they could just use the real thing. So okay, the controller didn't have an analog stick. Well, it sucked because, you know, that was the 3D era, and y'all gotta play with a D-pad. Have fun, kids. It wasn't so bad because eventually, now see, because Sony wasn't smart enough to invent the analog stick for themselves, they were stuck having the base hardware of the console, having developers develop for the idea of having to play all of their 3D games with a D-pad, which of course continued even after they created the DualShock controller, which had analog sticks. I think had one, maybe two. Again, Sony following its common trend of copy what the competition is, but put more of it. Just have more than what they had. Well, anyways, it might have had one, might have had two. I don't remember. Point of the matter is that they copied that, and while they're at it, they also were like, oh shit, Nintendo invented Rumble, guess we're stealing that too. Not that it mattered. Again, the DualShock was okay, it was cool on the PlayStation, but again, a lot of games that came out before it just weren't like backwards compatible, and they were developed under the assumption of it being with a D-pad. And while that wasn't like a bad thing for, like, you know, fighting games, some of the 2D games that were on the console, Sony was like specifically anal about having almost every game that came out in the early PlayStation era to be 3D, which in some regards I could see where they're coming from, but in the other regards, it's like you guys almost deleted Street Fighter Third Strike and Symphony of the Night from ever happening. If the game developers weren't just stubborn, we might not have had some of the best games on the console, which is actually insane to me. Not my point. Moving on. Next thing they decided to let me just write down all the things that they copied from Nintendo. They copied consoles in general. Copied the analog stick. They copied the Rumble. They copied motion controls. They copied gyro controls. They copied the touch screen or touch technology. Man, I swear to God, they better not be like, oh right, we're going to have we're going to announce the Sony Swatch. It's a new handheld that can connect to your PS4 and allow you to swatch between the PS4 and the handheld component. And they always half-ass it too, because none of the copies have been half as good as the original. And I mean, Xbox also steals from Nintendo, but I feel like they try at very least to do other things. You know, Microsoft tries to do other things. Like Sony's literally just been make a strong console and then copy shit. Their most successful console of all time literally was only successful because they doubled it. Because they had the genius, admittedly genius idea to bundle it with a DVD player. I make the console a DVD player, so any like parent thinking to get a DVD player might just default and get a game console at the same time, because it has a 2-in-1 deal. That's pretty much the only reason why the PS2 sprung up to the kind of mind-blowing successes that it did. And while we're talking about the best-selling console of all time, let's talk about the second best-selling console of all time, but more specifically Sony's attempts to jump into the handheld market. Now, I don't know if this is true, but I do know some of the details about this. Basically, if you know anything about Nintendo, you should know that they have been uncontested for pretty much the entire time that handheld consoles have existed, they have been top dog. There is not a single threat that has ever even come close to derailing Nintendo. From the start, the Game Boy murdered its competition. Absolutely murdered it. Like, if you didn't have a Game Boy, you didn't have friends. That's plain and simple. Get out of here with your Game Gear shit. 6-ass batteries. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, you got colors. That's nice. Well, Game Boy Color now. And it still takes 2 batteries. Suck a dick, Sega. Goodbye. They were out of that. And any other competition, pretty much completely pointless. Unless it was like a Neo Geo Pocket or something, because I hear some people actually had that. But still, point of the matter is, the Game Boy was a hot dog. Now, pretty much in the Game Boy Advance era, they had no competition. The Game Boy Advance was literally the only like handheld at the time, if I'm correct. There was nothing else that anybody really wanted, right? But Sony, who had just jumped into the ring, swinging hands, they were like, oh, we got the PS2, we doing good, we doing good. They were like, oh, that Game Boy Advance, well, we need to get on that. These niggas, they ain't got no competition. Let's give them a fight. Let's give them a fight so we can get some of that free cash. And so they took a look at the Game Boy Advance and they were like, make them more powerful, add more buttons like they usually do, and they made the PSP. And tell me, look at the PSP and look at the Game Boy Advance. Look at this. The GBA, the original GBA, and then the PSP. And tell me that they didn't just look at the GBA and copy its homework. Look at this shit. It's the same shape and same design. So they were thinking, okay, Nintendo has been using this GBA for the longest time, but it's kind of getting old. So what we're going to do is that because Nintendo's just going to make a more powerful Game Boy next time, right? Because they're going to make the next step. What we're going to do is take the Game Boy, but make an even better Game Boy that's even more powerful than any of the other the next console that they decide to make. Whatever it is, we're gonna overachieve. We're gonna pump this shit full of buttons, full of games, full of all that shit. They put R buttons, they put 4 buttons there, they had a little analog nub, they had the D-pad, they had better processing power and whatnot. They thought they were sick, and they put discs in that bitch, so it was like, oh, that shit could run discs like we've been doing before. Now, little did they know, Nintendo decided to hit them with a prank. They were like, oh, you thought it was gonna be this? No. The next thing's gonna be this. And they were like, wait, what? And then the DS came out. And if you didn't know, the DS was the console. The DS murdered. It was ridiculous how well the DS sold. And it didn't have anything else to help it. It was literally surviving off the basis of it being the DS. And it having the casual appeal and all of that. This thing here is the second best selling console of all time. And the best selling handheld of all time. The PSP did good. But it couldn't touch the DS. It could not even get close to touching the DS. It was actually insane. The DS just had more innovation. It was more form factor. It felt like a move forward. The PSP, it had its appeal, but like, it didn't stand it. And it was also cheaper and all around easier to get into. Man, the DS actually actually slaughtered it. It was unfortunate, just terrible timing. Like, they hit him with the scoop, the whoop. Missed me with that shit. You thought you were gonna actually fight me? Nintendo was like, I was one step ahead of you. You really thought I was gonna do the same thing 3 times in a row. You're tripping. Look at the Game Boy and look at the GBA and tell me they're the same thing. They're not. They look nothing alike. The Game Boy Micro maybe. And then, actually, did the Micro look like that? Am I thinking about? Yeah, the Game Boy Micro maybe. Actually, I'm pretty sure that was a GBA, wasn't it? Well, anyways, that's not my point. But nah, friggin', they went to the GBA and then they were just like, Nintendo DS swerved. they were like, nah, you thought. And now they end up looking worse for it. It was crazy. Can I copy your homework? Yeah, just don't make it too... exactly. That's literally what it is. Can I copy your homework? Nah. Okay, just don't make it too obvious. It's exactly what they did. And then they tried to get frisky. Then they tried to get frisky with the Vita. They were like, okay, we're going to add all the things that the DS has. The problem is, they fucked up the Vita so fucking bad. The launch for the Vita was atrocious. They lied in all their advertisement. Everybody was like disappointed. There were freaking like lawsuits against them. That was a foregone conclusion. Wait, ARMS on GBA? Oh my god, I can't believe I missed that. It's a modern classic. A classic modern. Anyways, the DS killed the PSP. The poor thing never stood a chance. And then the Vita killed itself. Committed console suicide. And to this day, they still have not actually made another handheld afterwards. Again, I swear to God, if Sony comes out with the Swatch, I am going to be angry. You can copy Nintendo Directs all you want, you bastards. And I just get the sneaking suspicion this shit's gonna be lame. It's gonna be some Sony bullshit. It's not gonna have the same spirit that Nintendo is. It might, and it might still be cool. Like, I'm not trying to be negative off the bat, but like, oh my god, I can't feel enthusiastic about this BS. You literally were just like, Nintendo Directs are cool. Let's pull out of E3 and do Nintendo Directs instead. But they're the Sony Directs. What was it called? A state of play. More like state of gay. Ha ha ha. Anyways, State of Decay. State of Play was a 2009 movie? Wow. Anyways, GameSpot, help me out. Wait, what? Hold on. Okay, that's the movie. I was about to say, they already rated the State of Play live stream? Crazy. Now, I'm pretty sure it's not streaming until 5 Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, State of Play, English. So we got that queued up. We're ready for it. Oh, never mind. It's gone. In the meantime, I mean, I already finished my story. Pretty much, ultimately, all I was trying to say is that Sony's a bunch of fucking copiers. All they've ever done is played it safe. The whole time. Because every single time Nintendo's done something new and tried to push the industry forward, or even Microsoft, I'll give them that. Microsoft has been ahead of the game. Like, you see what they're doing here with trying to make Xbox more of a service, and the fact that they're putting it on the Switch and whatnot, that's gonna help them in the long run, because then they'll be able to make money even on other people's consoles. It's crazy. It's smart. But you know, Sony doesn't give a fuck about that. They just want to copy ideas that make them able to mooch off of other people. Which, again, I'm not gonna always hop on the PlayStation. They did have some good ideas sometimes. They did push things in some ways. Just at the same time, they were nowhere near as creative, nor were they interested in being creative. They just wanted to make money. And again, I don't hate Sony. They respect them to a degree. It's just like, God, y'all could have been subtle about this. The State of Play, man. And the thing is that people were making jokes about, like, oh yeah, Sony's gonna make their own directs for time. They're not even creative. People knew it was gonna happen. It's just that we also thought Microsoft would fall to this level, which they have not. They have not actually sunk into this level yet. Probably will eventually. They'll probably be like, well, if everybody's else on the train, I guess we gotta get on it too, right? We're gonna have the Microsoft X Play live stream 2075 or some shit. Gotta keep up with my chat. That's what I'm pulling up right now. So no, I'm not just ignoring you guys. Okay. What I wanted to do before that, though, is pretty sure... Yeah. Most type Ganondorf combos. I started this up and didn't finish it. So let's just watch this in the meantime, since we have to wait. Name one good game on the PS Vita. Well, that's easy. Persona 4 Golden. And also, I guess Virtue's Last Reward, although that's also on a 3DS, so like, so that technically doesn't count. But yeah, Persona 4 Golden. That's easy. It's the only good game on that console. It's the only, and I guess Danganronpa as well, but it's also on PC at this point and on PS4. So like, why would you buy it there? Persona 4 Golden's the only one that's still there. Vita was a fucking train wreck. And then the Switch just cleaned up any last chance they had. They really just nothing. There's no opportunities left for them. But I guess we're gonna watch this in the meantime, simply because come on, I'm not just gonna wait around here. I was gonna do a lot more, but like, we don't have time. We have like 10 minutes. We'll talk about other stuff later. All right. I'm very unimpressed, man. P4G doesn't count. I know it's a port, a remake. It counts because it's the only thing it can claim. It's the only thing it can claim. That and Danganronpa. That's it. Those are the only things it's got to its name. Okay, Ganondorf. Did he pivot forward smash? Ganondorf in this game is actually fucking retarded. Like, it's not even that he's a great character. It's just that he exists to destroy souls, especially Nairo. That dude's an asshole with his Ganondorf. I feel like it's his personal mission to just humiliate every single competitive player with his Ganondorf. He just needs to crush all of their souls, because he's been doing that. You see what he did to Keitaro? Shit was disgusting. Yeah, unironically he has a good... Yeah, unironically... Why? Why do you have to get it? Actual murder. Actual murder. Anyways, point of the... Okay. Okay. Back here. He would have been good if he aimed for the ledge. Ironically, Pichu is actually a really bad matchup for Pichu against Ganondorf. Like, this is a... That hit? Like, I feel like every time I watch this, I just have to question things. HD quality, is that really HD? And whoever got the footage for this is a... That was sick. That was awesome. Alright. What you gonna do? He taunted on him. He's forward smash. It's... why does he... Okay, he's also just extremely capable of breaking shields, and it's stupid. I don't understand. Like, he does so much damage that like shield breaks happen all the time, and if he breaks your shield, he basically killed you. Ganondorf can literally kill you in like 3 hits, and it's like, even if he's behind by like 2 stocks, when I play him, I'm just like, I never feel like I'm in trouble, because I can just be like, all I need to do is get you with like a couple hits, and now I'm back in the game. You're at kill percent. You spawn at kill percent. Ganondorf dittos. Okay, this could go either way. Okay. Yeah. Oof. Duria. Nice. Went in for that one. That wasn't the big. Little Mac, get out of there. Don't. Okay. I was about to say don't go down there for God's sake. He still did anyways, but he tried to go for the up B. He did. Anyways, murder. These people only exist to make other people suffer. That's what Ganondorf's in this game for. Ganondorf players just want to see the world burn. Not as much as Ice Climber players, though. This boy hit him with the forward air into the feint out. Into down air, which, by the way, oh my god. If he just didn't roll forward, man, he would have been good. Okay, I literally saw a clip like yesterday or like earlier today. It was like really early in the morning. I saw a clip of Nairo like down air somebody at like 25% and they died, and I guess that just sums up this character in a nutshell. Again, we're just screwing around and wasting time, but whatever. Let's have fun.
That was hype as shit.
As he said. Hype as shit. Also, I'm super tired, if you couldn't tell. Doria! Are you guys sensing the Doria? Or they just... He got the hitbox extension off the Lloyd rocket. That poor man. He didn't see it coming. How could you? Who thinks to do that? Ha! That killed? There's no way. That was bad DI. There's no way. Rest in peace, my man. Man Bear Pig. Get him again. Doria! Bye-bye. It almost feels like it can't shield against the man, which is weird. Also, I have literally no idea why I'm seeing this video in such low quality. I'm going to assume that's just because it was uploaded in low quality. He didn't just... Doria! He just used his bomb for his own combo. I love it when people do that because this guy's name is literally Doria. I'm mad. He actually did that. He might as well have called himself Unga Boonga. Because I play a lot of item characters. Specifically, I play Link and Snake just for fun. But so I know how to use items when I get them. So if I'm playing any other character and I get like I'll pick up an item, I'm actually low-key kind of dangerous. And the crazy thing is that I was like that before I even knew how to play his items. I was just making sick combos happen. I was just like, all right, guess I'm good with items. Also, yes, I paused right before disaster struck. Hi, vey. He got the up B too? That was actually monstrous.
Not bringing the Lucina out.
That's right.
He hits those.
That's what pierces the heart.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Zelda. Oh, kinda. Oh my god, dude.
My god. Oh, poor Ridley. I like playing as Ridley, but he's about to get actually monster. Like, you hate to see it happen. My mic passed out because I was done. I was too weak to catch it. He's dead. Up air, up B, side. I knew it was coming. I was about to say. Oh, that was perfect. Nairo, no.
Oh, I knew it was coming as soon as he aired out.
See? Ganondorf players think alike. Oh, this is the scene. This is this set, which was disgusting. If you didn't know, basically Nairo in tournament, we only have like actually we only have a few seconds in this anyway. Basically, Nairo in tournament was losing against Light, the dude in the bottom right, 2 matches, and then he switched to his Ganondorf, who he never uses in tournament. He's just a character he plays for fun. Everybody's been saying like, your Ganondorf 6, or bust him out in tournament, and when he did, this is what happened. He reversed 3-0'd. He took that 2 losses and turned them into a 4-3 game sweep. It was godlike. But this last part here, look. From this point onward, is where shit. He hits him with the. Okay, wait. We gotta start back from the. He kills him here, and then transitions here. So he hits him with the up air, and he forward smashes. Somehow hits him from behind. Look at Light's face there. And now, Kamehameha! I've seen this clip before, but it's awesome. It's still amazing. That shit was actually crazy. Okay, we really gotta. Okay, timing. Let's dip out. We gotta switch over like now. State of play. State of decay. Pop off. Let's go. Let's get it. Why am I excited? I'm not really, I guess. Alright, let us watch the, Actually, we still have a couple. Okay, now it's supposed to start. Now, are they going to start? Are they going to waste another minute? Or do I have to refresh the stream? Because I gotta just press F5 real quick and refresh the whole screen. Nope, they're just taking their time. Great. I don't know what to expect, and I'm not exactly. Everyone in Smash Ultimate is viable. You're right. It's true. Pretty much everybody in Smash Ultimate at least feels viable, you know? Even if there's some characters who are better than others, it's like you could get results with everybody because they all got something that is at least good for them, you know? Even Little Max got a better recovery now. Oh, there we go. It's starting. What's this? Better be something cool. Turn up my blue. White. Okay, hurry up. I ain't got time for this. What? Oh, okay. It's just the thing adjusting. I'm not gonna mess with that.
Travel time to Shanghai is 11 hours 15 minutes.
Cortana? They ripped off Cortana too?
I think the board prefers you wear a more conventional suit to these company meetings.
You can't outrun your past.
Okay, I'm gonna try and keep that at 720.
Just imagine that.
Negative, sir. Sir,
Someone's hacking. Okay, what is this? Yeah, I would say. That British Iron Man?
systems online.
It's the isn't this isn't this the Avengers Project game? Or is this just an Iron Man game? From what's their face? From Square Enix. They were supposed to be working on this.
Above you.
Why is he British? Why does he sound British? This voice is weird, man. Oh, just Iron Man VR. That is actually super stupid lame. I mean, I guess it's cool enough, but like, really?
Welcome to State of Play.
Oh, that's not
Look
good.
ahead to the future of PlayStation.
I'll look
Throughout
ahead,
the
huh?
year, State of Play will showcase upcoming games, updates, and announcements. And we've got plenty in store for our first episode, like the debut of Marvel's Iron
This
Man,
already just
which is
feels
coming to PlayStation
so,
2019 from PlayStation
soulless.
Studios. Developer Camouflage.
We
and
got
Marvel
so much
Games.
ready for you. We're a corporation.
Up
Look at
next,
our
upcoming
VI. It's
data
amazing.
and extra
Oh,
goodies
look.
for PS4 players.
Extra goodies for PS4 players? Okay. I mean, I'm still not gonna buy it on PS4. Oh, you can put it back in the old graphics. That's so worth getting a PS4. I'm gonna get it anyways because I have other things to buy. Or are you just playing the original? No, it's definitely not the original game. I mean, it's cool, but it's a racing game, and it's a remake of an old racing game too. And I know Crash Team Racing is about to be popping, especially with online play. That's gonna be crazy. I fully acknowledge this is cool, but I feel like it sells itself. That is just more footage of people playing a racing game. Plus, I never actually played the original Crash Team Racing because, you know, I was a child at the time and I didn't own a PlayStation. So it's not like I could tell you anything about any of this footage. It does nothing for me as an
Popular
outsider.
Kart Racer is due out June 21st.
But is it going to outsell Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? The answer is absolutely no.
Gives us an update from the world of No Man's Sky.
Oh yes, No Man's Sky, hooray. I mean, I hear that they've updated. Oh, VR? Amazing. Oh shit, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. Never mind. Oh, he's talking about the Avengers Project, probably. Hooray. No Man's Sky VR. What we've all been asking for. My favorite. Oh lord. How's the audio balancing out? My favorite. It's a little bit loud. I could afford to turn it down a little bit, and now it's okay. Well, whatever. We're not missing anything. Nobody cares about No Man's Sky VR. Sorry if it's lagging. It's simply because I'm streaming. Is it really?
Hello Games plans to release No Man's
Beyond.
Sky, a major update that adds, you guessed it, PlayStation VR support. And yep, the update.
But can I use Labo VR? That's the real question.
Now
The
let's
answer
take
is
a
no.
First look at an upcoming game from PlayStation's worldwide studios and developer
Okay,
Robot
that
Entertainment.
doesn't look bad.
You're seeing first gameplay of
Seems
Ready,
like a
Set,
baller.
Heroes. This is a fast-paced.
Also kinda looks like a
dungeon crawler
indie
with
game,
lots of
though.
twists.
A dungeon crawler.
Multiple playable characters, then
He's
launch
getting
a
it.
random
Ooh.
chosen dungeon,
Ah.
monsters, dodge
I don't
traps,
know.
and collect mountains
Just
of
messing.
loot.
Just messing
Now,
around.
Here's the twist. You're actually competing against an opposing team.
Oh,
who's racing
okay.
through an identical dungeon.
Yeah,
Reach and
yeah,
complete the dungeon to trigger a winner-take-all
I don't know.
arena brawl. The faster
Ah.
you progress through the dungeon,
A battle royale. No, I'm
you'll be
kidding.
when
It's not a
time
battle
for
royale
battle.
though. They're on
Ready,
teams.
Set, Heroes had us hooked from the moment we picked up the controller.
I mean, it looks fine.
Loot flows
Crunchy.
wild. The final game is expected to support up to 4 players across online.
I feel like
multiplayer
you're not
and
using
local
crunchy
systems.
properly.
Sounds
You
like
know.
perfect party game material.
Like, you
Look
can't
for
say the
Ready, Set,
combat
Heroes
feels
and
crunchy.
PS4
It should be
later
that the hits feel crunchy,
Next,
not
let's
the
get an update
combat.
on the eagerly awaited PlayStation VR game first announced at Paris.
Why is this all just VR? Nobody cares.
Iron Marks. SAS Nomad Squadron. You face-
That was the only game that I think was not VR. Was that in Crash Team Racing, which are one, a game we've already heard of.
Didn't count. I just want to know what went down.
And two,
My name is Ryan Marks. I'm a soldier. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my day.
was that indie looking
But
game.
it's always nice to come home.
His arms are just floating. They're disconnected. My boy Rayman, the mercenary. Ba 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 ba. Like, I'm sure that's fine for people who own a VR headset.
Besides, let's get inside. Find
Ah, woo! Disembodied up.
As a merger. Apart from you,
They couldn't have bothered to put arms on this dude.
off back to the army.
Okay,
Is that it?
rude.
Oh, I think I broke a window.
Back to the army, but how could he join the army when he doesn't have arms? This dude is. He'd have to join the handy.
We need to push back hard or we're finished.
I mean, I'm sure this looks just fine. It's not. It doesn't look bad per se. Hand jokes. Ah! I must climb. Pre-order now. But like, not everybody owns a VR headset. They're still too goddamn expensive for people to just buy it. You know.
That's just around the corner.
That's why Labo, ironically, is a pretty good deal because like $80 for VR is pretty cheap, extremely cheap actually. Plus, if you wanted a VR headset, you could just get a dedicated VR headset. Why would you need to get a PlayStation for it and pay additional money on top of that? What you got? And why are they focusing so much on VR? It doesn't make any sense. I know that I didn't come into this. Is that Echo the Dolphin? VR? Falcon Age? You get to have a bird? Okay, that actually... Hey, that's pretty cool, actually. You get to hang out with a bird, and birds are awesome. Why are they front-loading VR so much? Nobody actually cares about VR that much that they came here to just be like, let's see VR. Did they say they were going to do this all the time? This better be the last one. If they're going to have a sizzle reel for VR, this better just be like the Nintendo 3DS section of the directs, where they just kind of do all the stuff, front load it, and then they move on. Please, no more. And now, Beyond Good and Evil VR, Devolver Digital. They sound familiar. I can't remember what they did. Stories untold, huh? Sam, is this Sam Fisher, right? Dead Space? No. Would it be?
I know you're all afraid of what is happening.
I don't remember.
Station. To us.
Sam Fisher from something or other. I can't. Splinter Cell? Is that it? Or is that just coincidence? You are not on the station.
I just want you to know.
I love you. You are the station? Oh, it's HAL Simulator.
Sorry.
2001: A Space Odyssey. You know what? That's actually kind of cool. I like that idea. This is literally just been.
Observation is coming soon to PS4, and it's bringing some serious development talent to its unusual and haunting premise.
Again, this just feels very cold and robotic. They just.
Oh,
Five Nights at Freddy's 7. Yay! Ain't the series pretty much? The series racked up already. Why are we still here, Scott Cawthon? Did you really want to fill your grubby coffers? I tried. Coffers. Again? VR? Oh, I see. 5 Nights at Freddy VR. Yeah. Insightful experience. I mean, I guess every game has to have a VR. Help wanted. Oy vey. I mean, to be fair, at least he waited more than a year.
Here's some first footage. You'll try to survive different levels from the
Hey,
original
baby.
games, as well as all new nightmares.
Oh, you tap on the thing with your finger. The fact that they're just walking around is kind of weird. Like they get up to you and then walk. I feel like there's too much anticipation. It just doesn't work the same way. Then again, they never really did anyway, so who cares, right? Ah. Spooky, scary skeletons. I don't know. This still feels very robotic. Is it just me? Well, this feels like just kind of cold and to the point. It's like it's just a soulless direct. Okay, what's this? Man, give us some Persona news. Resident Sleeper would actually be pretty appropriate right now. Kill me. I understand, Sanic. This has been very, very embarrassing. Even my mic can't handle it. It passed right out. It was like, huh. I was like, hold up. You gotta stay with me. Gotta stay with me, Mr. Mike.
Your little coloring book?
Why does this animate like what's his face in the damn it. What was that Peach movie that was made by like the giant Peach movie that was made by the guy who did Nightmare Before Christmas? I'm blanking on names. I'm very tired. Been up all night. I'm gonna be up all night this night too, but I will be asleep tomorrow. Okay, so you get a magic wand that you can draw graffiti on the wall. You know, honestly, I like the art style. Like I was talking about it like I didn't, but really, honestly, I think it's an inventive style.
To do that,
Epic Mickey 3. It really is Epic Mickey. Epic Mickey VR, my favorite game. He literally just has a paintbrush. This is Epic Mickey without Disney. And cats, apparently. Well, actually, I guess Epic Mickey did have cats. Isn't Pete a cat? Or is he a dog? I can't remember. I feel like it makes more sense if he's a cat. Oh shit, the bad guys. Hide with your magic paintbrush, Bowser Jr. Turn into Shadow Mario, then you can wall jump up the walls and escape. Oh shit, the bullies are here. They're stealing my magic paintbrush. Good thing I have a vision quest to give me the powers of Thor. I'll see Odin and you give me my... Is that Twilight Town? I don't know why I'm whiffing on it so bad. This game doesn't actually look that bad. I just feel like they're focusing too much on it, and I'm not really that interested. Oh, the things are real in this world. Crazy. Concrete Genie. Okay, that's just a weird name. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. That's just weird. Okay, we got some stuff we gotta talk about after this. It's not gonna involve this because this has been very boring so far. Except for Concrete Genie, it does look okay.
The game will feature a
It's not.
PlayStation VR mode, More details to come.
A PlayStation VR mode. Oh, goody. I was really worried about that.
Dangerous world of Days Gone.
It's Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
You know, we never talked about it.
Does anybody actually care about this game? I feel like nobody does. Like, they've showed this several times, and it's just kind of just been like, whatever. Especially because they showed it like next to like Death Stranding and other things. Speaking of which, why don't you show that off here? You're not going to be at E3. Come on. Do us a favor.
Leaving everything behind.
Zambo game. You know, zombie games kind of went out of style. And then they went back in style because of Resident Evil 2.
Folks here in a lot of pain, Deke.
You find the stash. You bring it to me.
Everybody wants to be the Last of Us.
You do that. We'll see what we
But they don't realize that guy really does look like Noel. No, Joel, that's the name. Anyways, they don't understand the oxymoron of trying to be the Last of Us. The Last of Us, you get it? You literally have to be the last one.
You're afraid to be here. You're afraid to be a part of something.
I.e., the last game still trying to be the Last of Us.
That scares the hell out of you.
But hey, to be fair, I guess do what you want to do, right?
We have to look out for each other. It's all we got.
Hey, at least this is the one trailer that doesn't have to just showing a tidal wave of zombies, and that's it. It has, at least it's a proper story trailer, albeit a story I don't really care about. But it's a story trailer. It's not just the in-game. The world ends with, I mean, is coming for you. Speaking of which, can we get some of that? Wait, I don't know why I'm pausing. This is a live stream.
Days Gone is just
Can we get some of that? That Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC?
Days Gone is
Oh, come on, please. We've seen so much gameplay over the years. Freakers? Is that that better be their actual official name?
Scavenge weaponry and toss Molotov cocktails. All in a bid to stay one
But that's all you do. You throw that's the only way to defend yourself. You just gotta throw them. An infinite supply. You know how much better this game would be if they literally was the only weapon you had.
Why take on a heavily guarded enemy encampment when you can lure in a freaker horde and let them handle the dirty work? We can't wait.
Because then you'd have zombies everywhere and you wouldn't be able to get stuff.
On April 26th.
They were literally called freakers. Are you kidding me? Yo! Okay, this is a game that I actually care about.
Who's next? Next. Hollywood.
Ah! Split dick punch! No, not again! Ah!
Go back to the 90s.
Like you're one to talk. This Biggie?
Our future, Liu Kang. It is insane.
Yeah, it is. Oh, I get it. It's time travel. I forgot about that. Oh, so it's the past people are gonna take on the future people. Ah, get them. Hey, old school Jax.
Hey, back kid. How about we keep this between me, myself, and I?
Why are you fighting yourself? In fact, why are you fighting your mommy?
He's gonna get us killed.
That's actually pretty funny. I don't know. I feel like this is pretty goofy, but in a way that actually makes.
That was easy.
Okay. I doubt it's gonna be that easy. It actually does. Yo, that man just reformed. Uh-oh. I don't know. I think this is actually pretty fun, the way they're setting this up. Which is not something you'd expect from Mortal Kombat, because it's almost always... It usually just takes itself too damn seriously. But I feel like this game is actually breaking that.
I got people for that.
Poser. Nah, old school Raiden ain't about to take that.
It's official. Series veterans Jax,
Okay.
Kung Lao, and Liu Kang are joining the ever-growing Mortal Kombat.
Didn't
11.
we already know that? I feel
NetherRealm
like we
promises
did.
More updates before launch on April 23rd.
See, advertising this game doesn't really matter because it's gonna be on every platform anyways.
That's a wrap on our very
It-
first episode of State of Play.
That was it.
This was just the beginning.
This
We'll be
was
back
just the
throughout year with
beginning.
brand new
We're gonna be back
announcements,
next week,
trailers,
and then
other
next week,
updates
and we're gonna
from
talk
the
about
PlayStation.
VR
Be safe,
again.
And thanks for watching.
Oh, that was actually ass. That was some booty cheeks. What the fuck was that? Was actual trash. Okay, the Mortal Kombat trailer was alright. Okay, comment section. You gotta back me up on this. Go ahead. Guys, buy PlayStation. Worst show ever. That was poopy. Nintendo Direct is better. You're goddamn way. It is way better. You're kidding me. The last Direct, like, ran circles around this shit, and it does. And it came first. How the hell you run circles around somebody who isn't even there yet? That is actually a waste of 20 minutes. That was boring as fuck. That was so soulless empty. I actually was about to like this, but nah, fuck this. That was some actual trash. Nintendo Direct this soon? The worst Nintendo Direct ever. Nintendo 1, Sony 0. F in the chat. I had a feeling, man, and now you know what I'm so glad about it. The fact that I had no faith means that my thumbnail is actually perfect in the long run. You see that face of disgust? That was before I even knew what was happening, and now it's perfect. It fits perfectly. I'm so excited. Oh my god. That was actually garbage. What the fuck? Okay, let's go back and review all the problems. 1, obviously VR. Too much of it. Literally just, hey, let's talk about VR all the time in our first ever bullshit Direct. And let's start off with VR Iron Man. Truly. Why is Nintendo talking about PlayStation VR? I'm so confused. Let's start off with the game that everybody asked for. Iron Man VR. And he's in his old Iron Man suit. We've moved on from this. And he doesn't even sound like Iron Man. Sounds like, I don't know, generic British spy. Honestly, I kind of wished that it wasn't an Iron Man thing. Like, if it had nothing to do with Marvel, it actually would have looked super interesting. Because it could have been something different and unique. And I'd have been like, you know what, that's not so bad. Especially if it wasn't VR. But Iron Man VR is literally just a epitome of how to drain all the hype away from it. What was after that? The Crash Team Racing stuff, which was just a trailer of people driving while they talked about how, oh my god, it actually didn't talk about anything. They literally just showed stuff, and then they were like, oh yes, it was very critically acclaimed. Wow. Sony, if you're gonna do this stuff, you gotta commit. Nintendo commits to their directs. They're like, oh, we're gonna show the good juicy stuff. Here it's just like, I felt like I just wasted time. Like, what did I get from this? Okay, we got another trailer for Crash. Most people who wanted to buy that game are gonna get it anyways. A bunch of VR talk for like No Man's Sky. Whoop-de-doo. I'm sure everybody's jumping out of the seats for that. And then there was this game, which looks fine, but it's not something that would excite people. Like, it's not something you should be putting on the same level as everything else. And where is the Avengers game? Yeah, dude. This guy here, XDo12, where's the Avenger game? How you gonna set us up for an Avengers game with Iron Man and then just be like, nah. When is that game ever gonna come out? They're not even gonna be at E3. What am I supposed to look forward to? Get ready for the next one, guys. Oh, I'm so excited. I mean, I'll probably... Will I watch it? Honestly, probably not. Maybe post. I'm not gonna get up for it. If I miss it, I miss it. I mean, the only reason I did this is because I was just like, man, might as well, right? Oh my god, that was boring. I gotta check in with some other people I know were looking into that. Not my Discord, but you know. I'll do that later, though. We gotta talk about what is here and now. Okay, there was that game that looked alright. Wasn't VR, so it is cool. Ready Set Heroes looked like an indie game, but like, that's just fine. Oh, there was Rayman Rayman Origins Modern Warfare. Friggin' Rayman Uncharted, I guess. Alright. With like, it's a first person like action spy game or something where you play a military dude with no arms. Who ex-army member, as you can see from the fact that he no longer has arms. Alright. Blood of Truth, that's what it's called. And then whatever the hell this is. Mini Mech Mayhem. Oh yeah, it's just a bunch of VR games. They did a sizzle reel for that. Then proceeded to talk about this another VR game, except this time you are the ship. And then they talked about Five Nights at Freddy's. Whoop-de-doo. Yay. So hype. Woo. In VR this time, because apparently VR makes everything better, right, Sony? Makes your wallets more full, right, Sony? Okay. Oh, there was this game, which looked pretty interesting, albeit it went on a little too long. I think that was probably the game that was the most interesting, other than Mortal Kombat, of course. And after that was, yeah, Concrete Genie. That's what it was. The Days Gone, which was gone on. It went on too long. It had gone on too long. I was feeling like days were gone just watching that. It was alright. This is only episode 1 of State of Play. Yes, but what this guy's not getting is that it doesn't matter that it's episode 1. That episode 1 was not captivating in the slightest. I feel like every single thing that was, for one, again, it felt so robotic. It was so empty and soulless. Like, you see the directs have shifted into this sort of style too, where it just kind of shows video after video. But the dude who actually narrates them, that guy's full of energy. He's like, walk into the burning hell. He's just like, a whole new adventure. A whole new venture in the Kirby universe. That dude is up and in there. And like, or like, playtime is over. That dude is in there. And we get my dude, I can't remember his name because I'm sleepy. If you didn't remember, I'm completely out of it. I can't remember his name, but Koizumi's popping in and being like, how are you doing? And of course, all the games that they actually show are actually either new or things that people will be interested in. Whoop-de-doo. And they're not VR. Oh my god. That was genuinely draining. So like, there was that, and then Days Gone, which they did a story trailer, and then they showed some gameplay, and then it was Mortal Kombat, and then it was over. Which, to be fair, that Mortal Kombat trailer did actually make the game look appealing, but the problem is, that's not an exclusive game at all. It's on every platform. Even the goddamn Switch is getting that. So why should I be excited for this game specific? Like, why was that your clincher? Oh yeah, come back for the next one. You can't see that footage anywhere else. Man. Let's go to Twitter. Clearly. Because clearly there's nothing left to find here. And also, I gotta stop by Ace's, so that's... Oh, Operative's main chat. There we are. Well, that sucked. And I advanced to level 4. Anyways, Twitter. Come to me, my darling. Oh, but what I wanted to show off before that, while we're at it, since that was so disappointing, and obviously we're gonna... I suppose State of Play has one bonus. It doesn't have Game Explain filling my subscription box with trailers. Yeah. I'll give it that. Yo, Mache. Yeah. Yeah. That actually was just boring. Was worthless. They didn't even show the new Animal Crossing or Pikmin 4. That's it? No Smash? You know how bad that was when they're still making jokes about how it's just a bootleg. The one, still making jokes about how it's a bootleg Nintendo Direct. And two, the fact that they're still only talking about the Nintendo afterwards. That's actually pathetic. Hey, he had the same idea as me, the secret agent. I think Sabo's gonna become a secret agent. He's got the tragic backstory. The middle is gonna be his redemption arc, and then the final one is when he's gonna become a cold-blooded killer. Sabo Squad. Didn't even show Persona. Five Nights at Freddy's VR. God damn it. We knew if that was coming, though. I feel like we already knew about that. Nobody's talking about it even. It's not even. Ooh, it's a nice out. Yeah. And not even. It's not. I feel like that's not trending. Oh, it is. Okay, we'll pull it up. Wait, what the fuck? City Escape. Name one thing better than sex. I'll wait. City Escape running from the big gun truck. Especially in Generations. Ever went on a road trip alone? Nah. I'm too young. No wonder Sony's a no-show this year at E3. They ain't got shit to show. Old school versus new school. Did they really... They really spelt that with K. I fucking... Say the play is 20 minutes of my life I'm never getting back. Fuck me. Yep, exactly. Thank you, Retro. You summed that up perfectly. Yawn. Thank you. To have a successful Direct, you kind of need to have games. And to be fair, Sony never really has. To be fair, they didn't... Yeah, you know, you're right. It's a subset of their audience. Yet they were advertising this to everybody. But they're gonna be like... They focused on VR, even though only a small minority are really into VR. Like, why the... 30-minute directs, 20 minutes for Labo. That's exactly what it is. Which is funny, because Labo just did get a VR headset. And they didn't even mention that Labo. Like, Labo has been separate ever since. And I was still let down. It was pointless. It felt so pointless. It's like, I didn't watch this and I was like, oh yeah, I really, really want to... When does the real state of play start? Yikes, Roger. Oh. Like, I didn't watch that and feel like, oh my god, okay, this has a valid reason to exist. I was like, oh yeah, alright, that's a thing. Still not out yet, huh? Like, it's not like I was like, with when Directs were a thing where it was like, okay, that was pretty alright. When they first came out, it's like people were disappointed, but they weren't bad, you know? We still got a lot of good shit. The first time Directs came out was when that one E3, and that's the E3 that they announced Smash Brothers. So people Smash 4, I should mention, and people were still excited anyways. And the Directs afterwards, and they were saying, oh, we're still getting Directs, that's pretty cool, and we still got games and whatnot. So people didn't really feel like indifferent towards it. And of course, it still had all that personality that Nintendo was known for. They had something that validated the Directs being a thing. But like currently, Directs have been literally, actually, completely worthless. Like, no, not Directs. What I mean is that the state of decay, not decay. Again, final reminder that I'm tired. The state of play thing. Actually, I guess I could just check my commentary here. The state of play shit was literally completely pointless because it's like it had no personality. It didn't have an identity of its own. It was just basically the direct headliners without like anything like to actually be excited about. And it was almost all VR, which makes no sense considering people who were watching that may have actually state of play games. State of play. What is this? Oh, I guess that's for soccer leagues, maybe. Not to mention generic name, but like almost all about VR. And if you didn't care about VR, like that was a waste of time. People who are watching it for the first time, they don't feel like they have any real interest. 100 new results. Probably just people saying this game is boring. Or not boring. I guess the game is not what I'm talking about. The thing was boring. I mean, that's really generous. Me at the beginning, I was just like, you can see it in the thumbnail, and now I'm still like, well, anyways, I thought it was just watching the pre-show. It was literally like, you know how everybody really doesn't like the 3DS sections, the 3DS sections of the Switch, the Nintendo Directs, until they stopped doing them, and like everybody was like, okay, we get past all that stuff as soon as possible. Nintendo, why is Nintendo Direct trending? Is there gonna be another Direct? What the? You imagine how? Okay, it's because everybody keeps comparing it. That's actually painful. How are you so indistinct that you ironically enough make the thing that you're ripping off start trending simply because of how worthless you are by comparison? If it was taken over by a pod person, damn, like it bears superficial similarities, and it has. And it's hard to spot what's wrong, but being around them just feels uncomfortable. And then their face plate splits open and tentacles come out. It's exactly. Anyways, it's like Nintendo has the actual like logic and sense to realize, hey, people aren't like super big about the 3DS, and we don't have much about the 3DS. Most of the focus is on the Switch, so we're just gonna leave it in this one quick segment at the beginning, and then just backload the rest of it with Switch shit. And that was smart. Basically, a Nintendo Direct. That's an insult to Nintendo Directs. That was actually pathetic. That. You know what that reminded me of? Sloth versus Baby Eagle. No. Defending itself. Yeah! Where this one? I can't watch too much of it because, you know, I don't want to get striked. And I forgot to record this. I forgot to press the record button. Oh well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're gonna cut ahead to this epic defense mechanism. All right, so we got this baby eagle, harpy eagle. He flies in. He doesn't know how to fight, right? This. Look at this epic fight. He's stepping on him. Oh shit.
It should be a formality, but fight back.
Got him. Yeah. Get some!
It's a valuable lesson. Hunting the jungle's larger animals is never simple.
More like he's too stupid to realize that sloth literally posed zero threat. Period. That was the entire counter argument. That was the entire argument they made for themselves. It was literally just gotcha. Ooh. If the baby eagle here is just looking at it crawl away, this is just a perfect metaphor just for the Direct as how it was. It was actually just a worthless creature attempting to to pretend like it actually could do something against the mighty young Nintendo Eagle. Anyways, these guys seem to be popping off in a different chat. Actually, who is popping off? I'm just hearing all kinds of new messages, but like nothing's here. Okay then. Yes, actually nothing's happening. It's just making noise in my ear. Is he streaming? I gotta check. Anyways, I'm gonna move on from that afterwards because I have a few things I want to talk about. One is the recent Aladdin trailer. I'm not gonna watch that on stream because I've already seen it and I don't want to get claimed or anything. Oh yeah, Ace is there on his thing. I mean, I guess I could pop in and see. Be silent. That was freaking boring. That was freaking boring. I popped in right at the end of his stream. Look, we're not ending off on this. I forget. What do these guys say about it? Oh, he's not gonna acknowledge me. Alright. Okay, well, I'm not about to wait to see his outro. Guess he's not doing anything. We'll do different things for now. I don't intend to stay for the longest amount of time, but I do want... Okay, did y'all see the Dora the Explorer trailer? He carries bad players, but what does that say about you? Oh, Game & Watch. Final Fantasy 7. I forgot that's around the corner. I'm excited for that. Oh, and Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 is also there. I should get that. What does it say about you, Zero? Huh? It's back. Yeah, see, we already knew about that. Okay, like, I'm not gonna get into this, but, like, this movie is so bizarre. Okay, one, they're treating Dora like this monkey child who doesn't know anything about the world. Two, she's in high school but doesn't look like a high school student in the slightest. Can I say that? Three, Diego is just a regular nigga. He's just a dude. I kind of find that awesome, actually. I don't know. It's got that, like, you know, the live action Kim Possible they did a while back, where it just kind of feels like, how do you do, fellow kids? Like, it doesn't quite understand what it is to appeal to children. Never mind the fact that this is Dora the Explorer, something that, like, grown adults have grew up with. All I know is that this scene here, this one, with her running forward, exploring is not a game.
Before you leave.
That has become a meme. In fact, there was actually some pretty funny videos from earlier. Bizarre as hell, I'll give you that, but funny. Alright, we're gonna go back for it. No, where is it? Here we go. There we go. Okay, we'll start with the, oh, Detective Pikachu had a new trailer too, and I never actually watched it. But all I remember is they said Arceus. I don't actually want to watch that trailer though. I don't know. Something about me is just like, I'm gonna watch that movie anyways. Okay, here it is.
Exploring is not a game.
Oh, come on. You gotta get the better quality. I guess I could just, exploring is not a game. You do realize she was doing this when she was 4, and so were you? What do you mean? It's not a game. Okay, here we go.
It's not a game. And you don't look before you leave.
What? Fire! Hiya! Toria! Mission complete! God damn it! Where the hell is it? Where the fuck is Swiper? Why is Swiper not in this movie? Why? What is it? Is it the human traffickers that kidnap her at the beginning and force her to go find El Dorado? Is that who Swiper is? Swiper better not be some gangster. That'd actually be horrible. Fire! This is so... I don't know what about it. Why she fall? Why is it that she fell down there and landed on Final Destination? I get the Swiper is Fox. I get that. But, like, why did she land on Final Destination? I don't get it.
And you don't look before you leave.
Oh, there was a comment in this section that was... He hits him with the Fire! God God damn it. Oh, and I also gotta reminds me of that Caleb City the last comment is Z's Resident Sleeper. And Caleb City video on that, it's so short, but if you guys actually ever seen this, I'm sure you have. It was pretty viral for what it was. It's so short, but it was funny as hell. It's actually like super fun, super funny. Basically every Fox main. How does man hit the impression so well? I'm not just talking about the dash dance, because obviously he cut that. the hiya. No, but the comment that was funny was this one. Sorry, Dora. Looks like Swiper swiped a double jump, your up B, and now your last. He snatched your up B, your double jump, your stock, and your soul. He took it all. The writers of this film were like, Swiper no swiping. They didn't want him in this movie. I don't know. I don't understand why either. Like, you'd think he was an iconic character, but we have not seen anything. Okay, this one I immediately knew where this was going. From the start, from the beginning, as soon as I saw the overlay, I was like, when I saw this for the first time, I was like, I knew it was gonna make that sound. Mamma mia! Or the ooh. Back when I first played that game, I never actually saw. I never realized just how funny some of those lines were. They act like just Mario's voice. It was never funny to me because, you know, I was just like, oh yeah, a Mario, he's my hero. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be Mario. And I just imitated everything he said, but now I'm just like, I hear these things and I just can't help but find them funny. Like, ooh, Mamma mia. I don't know. And don't ask why I'm so good at imitating Mario. It's because I've been imitating him since I was a child.
And you don't look before you leap.
I can't remember what this one was. Oh! Yes, Undertale. It was Dora the whole time. Dora the Explorer. She has a knife in this movie. I could see it. You know who else used a knife? Primarily? Frisk. That's right. It was all... Huh? Extra time extended? What's going on here? Suddenly we have a whole bunch of stuff in the main chat. Did I just miss all? Okay, it just probably took a while to update. Okay, you're gonna see all this stuff. Crash and burn. Okay, well, no. I guess, yeah, no, nothing added. Okay, that was just weird. Okay, seeing things that I wasn't before. Maybe I'm actually just completely out of it. I'm just glad that we all immediately knew exactly what this was, and it turned out to be just as shitty as we all expected. Like, I was kind of, I would have been upset if it turned out being good, because then they would have got away with just whipping off something else again. The fact that was so soulless and mediocre actually kind of puts me at ease. I'm just like, yes, okay, all is as it should be. We predicted it, and it was true. Jeez. Okay, yeah, we talked about Dora and how I think that movie looks bizarre. They kidnap her. There's human traffickers in this film. Look. Okay, I don't know what the hell this dude was doing at the beginning, but like, okay, first off, she's acting like a total weirdo, and I get it. That's kind of the thing they're going for here. But she's acting like she's still 4 years old. It's weird. But nah, the weird part here is where she's at the exhibit here, right? And they're looking around the place, And this nigga, and this nigga from Border Control pops out, and he's like, "Hola, Dora." The Federalis pops out and kidnaps her. Where is this movie taking place, by the way? Is it in Mexico or is it in America? I mean, there's a lot of Hispanics in this movie, so I'm gonna assume it's Mexico. Because if it's America, then the Border Control jokes make themselves, honestly. No wonder they just grabbed her up and threw her in a box. That's just American Border Control for you. That's allowed now. The president said it's okay. But if it's in Mexico, then seriously, okay, well, actually that's not that unbelievable. But if that's in Mexico, like, what the fuck? Why were they just able to just kidnap this child?
Help us find your parents.
They kidnapped her and put her in a box. They dead ass locked her in a box and forced her to go searching for something. This is an Indiana Jones movie, but as Dora the Explorer, which almost makes it more concerning. Now that I think about it. It's actually more concerning because when Indiana Jones gets kidnapped and thrown in a box, one, it's by Nazis, so, you know, you kind of expect that. And two, he's a grown-ass man, so, you know, he could get out of those situations. He's fine. But Dora, she's at most like 13 in this movie. 12, maybe, honestly, given the way she acts. I don't know. It's just weird. I mean, the one benefit I'll give this movie is that apparently the actual, like, cast is all Hispanic people, which is very, very uncommon in movie production. So I'll give it that. It has that going for it. But I don't know, something about this movie just feels like cheap and just kind of weird. Unlike Aladdin. Aladdin actually looks kind of good. I feel like they, like, obviously the first initial, like, teaser with Will Smith didn't really work out well, but again, the fact that we learned out he's not always going to be in the blue paint all the time, and just the way they do certain scenes, like how they introduced him, it just had the spirit of the original one, which is good, because I don't feel like a lot of other ones did, but this one feels like it could be genuinely just as fun as the original Aladdin, just minus, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Robin Williams. Man, why is it every time I get tired, my voice defaults back to me at, like, 10? Not 10, probably, like, early teens. My voice is deeper than that normally. It's just, for some reason, I just default after a while. Yeah, that movie's alright. What else was I going to go over? I feel like I had more. Yeah, I might actually just straight up throw in the towel. I ain't got nothing else to talk about. Oh! P3R. Actually, while I'm on the topic, I just was reminded about that. Actually, I didn't save this. I have a lot of things I need to save off this page. I was here, so I need to save this one, and 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 that one. Okay. Actually, while I'm on the subject, I could put music on now. And fitting for this new female character. I don't think, for the record, P4R, P5R, if you didn't see anything about it, you know, I'll play the trailer. P5R with subtitle, teaser, no, yeah, translated, actually, that works just fine. P5R trailer with some subtitles. Here we go. Okay, basically, if you didn't see this, P5R is something involving Persona 5. Cause, quite frankly, we don't know anything about it. The only thing we've seen is this one cutscene that's 45 seconds long, and it introduces this new red-haired character. I'm sure anybody who's interested has already seen it. What do you think of the Phantom Thieves? Helping others is a good thing, but I don't like it personally. But I don't like it personally. I don't think the approach can change society or help others. So this is like afterwards. I think that it should be solved by themselves, by the individual. Yes, but you got... Okay, for one, that's kind of unrealistic given the situations. And a lot of... First off, the first case, they did help themselves because they were the victims. In fact, the second case, that was true too. And two... The victims in those situations were usually people who could not help themselves. Like, all of the people Madarame threw out in the street, they were vagrants. How the hell are they going to help themselves? Didn't have a voice. In fact, they did by asking the Phantom Thieves. That was the best they could do. Of course, Yusuke emancipated himself. Of course, the first case was all just about that. I don't know. I feel like that's an ignorant perspective. But first off, basically P5R is Persona 5 The Royal, which is probably gonna get just abbreviated to Royal in Indie Murdercas, and we're of course still waiting for 424 for the full announcement of that, and there'll probably be a bunch of other things that come out around the same time when that gets announced next month. But basically, to break that down, and I think I wrote it down somewhere here just so I have some like talking points. Where is it? Okay, some discrepancies. People have no idea who this person is. Like, as far as we know, in terms of... Actually, I gotta bring up Mystic's page too. So, where is it? I'm so mad that the state of play was literally so boring. And so much like a bootleg Nintendo Direct that Nintendo Direct actually ended up trending at the same time. Like, how do you fail that bad? Never mind, like, none of the games that actually were talked about or even being mentioned at all. The Walking Dead, which wasn't even in that, has got more attention. Anyways, what was it? Mystic. I'll bring him up as well because it relates to this. Basically, that girl there. A lot of people at first thought that she was the female protagonist, like a female version of Joker. Now, of course, that's what she looks like at first impression. Even when you look at her, she looks a lot like the female protagonist from Persona. Yeah, this chick, the Persona 3 portable female protagonist, who is the alternate version of Makoto Yuki, aka the P3 protagonist. She's not canon, but she is sort of a fan favorite. She also kind of divided the fan base, but that's not the point. And like, that would be the first impression, but there are some weird things that kind of contradict that. For one, what she said. I need to turn this down. It's actually way too loud in my ears. For one, what she said first, initially. Okay, for one, she's talking. Protagonists don't talk. They do in like single sentences and like grunts and persona names and one-liners, but not usually in full conversation. Two, she doesn't seem to like the Phantom Thieves and think that it seems to be against them and their way of life. Of course, that could be a cover, but at the same time, combined with the fact that she's talking. Oh, 3, she's a first year. You can tell by the pin on her thing. She's a Shujin Academy first year student, which is important because Joker is not a first year student. He is not in the slightest. He is actually a second year. So if this was just a female version of Joker, there's no reason why she wouldn't also be a second year. And I've always been saying this for some time, but like a female Joker doesn't really work the same way because there's certain things that are just inherent, especially like not a first year as well, because then she wouldn't be in the same class as On, and certain things just wouldn't go down the same way. But there's certain things that are inherent to Joker being a male that affect the story in certain ways. Like if they were to make Joker a female, they'd have to change things significantly, which they could. I think it'd actually be pretty cool if they did that, but I doubt they would. Like they'd have to change things pretty heavily in order to achieve that. Whereas like right now, I don't think they're going to do that. They'd have to, like for example, it's possible that the female protagonist would come under affliction from Kamoshida directly, you know, as opposed to just kind of being written off, you know. She might not actually end up bonding with Ryuji at the beginning. She might bond with some other person, you know. In fact, they probably wouldn't treat her the same either, you know. Like everybody sort of just kind of like wrote off Joker and treated him like shit. But I feel like the outlook towards her would be totally different than it would be for Joker. Like the way they treated him like shit. They wouldn't just be like, oh yeah, he's a criminal. They'd also probably be like, oh, she's a whore. She sucks dick. She was trying to fuck a senator or something. You know, they make all kinds of nonsense about that too, and it would just fundamentally change certain aspects. I just don't think it would be the same game. Simply because of the touchy subjects that is like the way people see males and females in these troublesome situations, which again could be more an argument to have her there, but that's not my point. She's a first year, so therefore she's probably not a Joker. On top of the fact that she's talking, which, you know, Joker didn't really do much, or any of the Persona protagonists, or even the P3P female protagonist, or FemC, as she's known. Like, she didn't talk really, like, outside of spin-offs. Like, we did actually see him say, like, Joker one line last time. But again, and also what she's saying, like how she doesn't like them, and how she thinks that those problems resolve themselves. I think that she... Okay. But at the same time, determining what she actually is... Oh, yeah, and she's probably talking to Kakechi. Considering what she actually is, and concerning that factor, we don't actually know. In terms of, like, we don't know what Persona 5 The Royal actually is. All we know is it's an RPG. We don't know if it's a remake of Persona 5 that introduces this new character, that has a female protagonist, or anything. If it's a remake of Persona 5, okay, then where does she factor in? Is it like a remake of Persona 5 that has an additional scenario like Persona 3 FES that had the answer? Where did the music go? Yeah. Is it a separate RPG type game, like something like Persona 4 Persona Q or something like that, where it's like an RPG game based off of something else that focuses? If that's the case, is she the protagonist of that game? Is she just a character that's in there? Is it a sequel to Persona 5 that takes place afterwards? I mean, it seems to be, if she's talking to Akechi, it seems to be happening during the game, if I would have guessed. I think they're just going to insert her into the game as it was. Especially since the Phantom Thieves are, for all intents and purposes, disbanded, where they see at the end of the game, where here they look like they're active still. And the metaverse, and if they're active, that means the metaverse is still around, you know? Like, this seems to be taking place during the incident, due to her dialogue. But again, we don't know if this RPG is focusing on her as the protagonist, or as anything else. Like, they could pull that and it still may have her end up being a protagonist, just being different, you know, because she's not the protagonist of Persona 5. She's the protagonist of her own story that takes place during Persona 5. In the same universe and general scenario. It's like a situation. It's like a situation where she is the, it's like a situation where she is, like, she's on the side of law enforcement during the events of Persona 5, and we're getting a story from that perspective, which could be interesting, but we don't actually know what this is, other than it's an RPG. So it could be anything, and therefore she could be anything, but it seems very unlikely that she is the protagonist. Now, to make things even more interesting, and oh, I forgot about that, before I even sign off, I have one other thing, and this is big. It doesn't have to do with this, but it sort of does. Another interesting aspect of this is the Smash data mine. Now, there was a Smash data mine that was something along the lines of talking about, there was a character basically wipe out. This is a rampage. Come to me. I don't actually know what that lyric is. I hit what I can hit. Anyways, as I was saying, there was a Smash data mine. Obviously, we know Joker's there, and we also know about the code names. If you didn't realize, pretty much the characters who have been released now were data mine, who have had, like, they were announced when DLC was announced, but during, like, well, actually before the game came out, so we knew about them beforehand. But like during the initial like version of the game, they data mined it. I think it was in the first update or something. They got a data mine. No, it was it was when Piranha Plant came out for the first time. There was a data mine that revealed that each character had a code name in the file for all the DLC characters. Now there were only 3 at the time of that point. There was Baku, which Paku, which is the onomatopoeia for bite, which corresponds to Piranha Plant. Obviously, it's a big mouth, he bites. There was obviously I can't remember what it was. It said something like trump card or something. I don't remember. It was something like jester or something along those lines. I can't remember what it was, but it suggested that it was Joker, and then there was the final one, which was Brave. But which most people are guessing is a Dragon Quest character. In fact, it's pretty likely. I think even like the Dragon Quest, it was either like somebody on the Smash team or a Dragon Quest character made a post about Dragon Quest. Although to be fair, that was before the recent Direct, which had a lot of Dragon Quest in it, so I could understand why. But anyways, that's not the point. Recently, there has been another file that was tied to the Joker file that is called Jane. And the only other thing we know about it is that 1, it's tied to the Joker file, 2, it's probably a female, and 3, they have a ponytail. And this was all done before this dropped, so it wasn't something that people just made up afterwards. Now, what that means, I don't actually know. It could be that this person is a female protagonist, and she is the female Joker, but at the same time, there's something odd about that. Would those 2 files really be tied together, but still have separate code names? Like, wouldn't a female Joker just be Joker? Every other female version of another character has just been an alternate, like, color in the actual options, but they've had the same name and whatnot. Then again, they might do it differently for like a female protagonist. They might put the whole Echo Fighter spin to it, make it more like a Marth Lucina kind of situation. And again, this is assuming that any of that has anything to do with what we think it does. It could be tied to Joker for different reasons. Like, it could be her, but it could be somebody else. It could be just they used Joker's model and decided to make somebody else with it. We don't even know if she has a persona or ever gets one. It's likely, though, if she's the protagonist. I just don't think that she's the protagonist of this game. If anything, I think it's going to be like a Aigis situation where she just gets a persona that's incredibly similar to Arsene, and then she uses that. Or in Aigis' case, she just straight up inherited Orpheus. I'm getting dizzy. I need to rest, at least for a couple hours. But anyways, yeah, we mentioned that first, which does complicate things a little bit, but I think given all the relevant information we have now, we cannot come to a conclusion. But I can say, there's also some stuff with Mystic too, but I don't really want to get into that. If you want to, you can go to Mystic Distance, look into that on your own. I think until 424, where we get more information and we know what for the Royal actually is, I don't think we can say anything about what that character is, like, as it stands. The only thing I can pretty much say is that it's likely she isn't a female Joker. Exactly. Like, she's not exactly a female Joker. She's not... It's not like, oh, she only exists in an alternate dimension where Joker is a female. She might be a character who exists in the same universe as the mainline persona. Like, she's a canon character, but she has a lot of traits that basically make her the female counterpart to Joker. Who knows? I'm not even sure if she'll become a Phantom Thief. She seems to be against them, and I'd almost honestly prefer if she didn't, because if it's not a remake, I don't think just like shoving her into the Phantom Thieves makes any sense. I think if anything, having her own separate journey in the same universe would be pretty cool. Maybe I should just like, oh no, it's Ace talking to me, isn't it? Yeah, it should be in the file. But more importantly, like yesterday. Actually, was it yesterday or was it the day? Something crazy happened, alright? So, apparently, really recently, while I'm doing this, I'll just bring it up. Apparently, really recently, there was a situation where the data miners found that there were actually like 15 extra slots for DLC characters, including, of course, the characters that we already have seen. 15 slots? Okay, what the actual hell? If that is actually true, and I'm going to bring up the Game Explain video for that, but if that is actually true, fuck it, anybody can get in this game. Literally anybody. I'm betting that there's going to be a new rep for every one of the third-party representatives is already in there. We're going to get a new third-party guy. We're going to get the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 characters. We're definitely going to get a freaking Fire Emblem Three Houses character. We're going to get 16 extra slots, which possibly implies future DLC beyond this, which, I mean, I guess just screw Sakurai, right? He ain't getting no break. I mean, admittedly, this is probably less work for him than it was initially, but that's not the point. Is it just not here? I gotta check now. 16 Captain Falcons, obviously. My favorite. How did he know? How did Sakurai know? It should be here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. I have to make this logo transparent though, which I find myself doing more often than not. Ooh, this one's already transparent. In fact, let me yeah, that's not really good. Let me delete that and then add these two instead. Boom. Okay, now I can tell Ace that I did that. Yeah. Okay, 16 character slots. In fact, it's not even just 16. They actually discovered it was 16 in World of Light. They discovered like 20 outside of it, which I don't even know what that means. But if there really is that many, I think like, fuck it, everybody could be there. Phoenix Wright's gonna be in the game at this point, and I would be very happy because I want Phoenix Wright in the game. Neku's gonna be in it. 2B's gonna be in it. Sora's gonna be in it. It's gonna be crazy. Okay, good. Together. I mean, at that point, 16 characters, like, with 5 characters, I was a little worried, because I felt like we only have so many, and then that's just going to be it, like it was in Smash 4. It was like, okay, we got our DLC characters, and that's done. DLC's gone. We're not going to do any DLC ever again. But like, if there's actually gonna be like multiple seasons, then I'm done. I'm beyond worrying at this point, because I'm like, while I do feel bad for Sakurai, he really does need to take a break. I mean, his workload is obviously less than it was when he was working on the game, but still, he obviously needs to take a break. I still think that in terms of like everybody being satisfied by the end of it, this really is gonna be the ultimate Smash Bros. Game. Nobody can argue that at this point. Like at this point, it's a foregone conclusion. That's a done deal. Man, Wolf's teeth are fucked up. You don't brush those shits.
John here with a quick news update on
One of the files for World of Light has 16 dummy slots, with one of them being used for plant.
Smash Bros. Ultimate, as a new data mine has found 6.
Now, of course, it doesn't necessarily mean anything since they're placeholders. But I think we might be getting 16 characters, and if we do, this game is actually going to be fucking wild. Cause like, okay, if we don't count Plant as one of them, that means we get 15 more characters on top of the 70 that are already in the game, not counting Echo Fighters. Although Echo Fighters might be considered separate slots in that situation, that's not the point. With minimum 15 characters. And if we do count it, then it's 15 on top of the 75 we have currently, which would be 90. We'd have 90 characters in this game by the end of it, which would be actually mental. You have what other fighting games have 90 characters that aren't like Budokai Tenkaichi 3 or like Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 or something, you know, where they just copy paste like the characters over and don't really care about the stats and how the game plays.
In the World of Light files,
This is definitely PogChamp.
16 became Piranha Plant. Of course, the next will be Joker and the other 4 DLC characters, but what are the other 10? Well, it's either 2 things. 1, Fire Emblem Three Houses has a very big marketing budget, or 2, they're just future-proofing the game.
Oh.
As many have speculated,
Future-proofing.
it's very likely that after these DLC characters, there may be another season.
Again, I think that's the most likely thing. It's not that we're guaranteed to get it. If anything, what they're doing is opening these slots, so in case they want to come back and add more DLC to it, they can. If they want to be like, okay, the first 5 DLC sold like hotcakes, which it will, but in fact it already has. People already bought the Fighter's Pass, so like it already sold like hotcakes, and it's probably gonna sell like even more hotcakes when more characters get announced. But like, say that's successful, Nintendo wants to make more money and continue to support this game for like the rest of the Switch's lifetime, which would be crazy. Let's say they do that, right? They support the hell out of this game. It keeps getting updates for like 3 years after the game is over. Game has been released and whatnot. We get all kinds of characters from new games, old games, whatever. Having these slots available here, they can essentially, they won't have to update the game later. Like if they don't want to do anything with it, they're like, okay, we're not going to do anything. They could just leave those empty slots and nobody gets hurt. Or if they do decide they want to do more, the slot's already there, so they could just work with it. I think that's pretty much guaranteed, though. Nintendo seems too much like the type to not like leave this free money on the table. That said, I don't understand why they didn't. Then again, it's like they're doing like the service thing that they were doing with the other games, like ARMS and Splatoon and whatnot. But at the same time, they're doing it as paid. And 2, well, actually, I guess the next update's gonna have like features that weren't there. And 2, the base game has so much in it to begin with that it's actually just crazy. So like, either way, these placeholders are probably just for that. As I said, they're not a big deal. They're not like a huge thing. They're probably just as insurance. They're backup. It's just given the fact that it's already selling so well, I feel like it's just an inevitability. We're gonna get a season 2 most likely, and this is the first suggestion of that. Again, poor Sakurai, but hey, I can't really complain because I am potentially getting a lot more opportunities for characters, and there's a lot more wiggle room here. Like, I feel like everybody has a chance to get the character they want in the game at this point, if all 16 of these are used. Even if not all 16 of them are used, because it's obviously 2 of these dummy slots are for Joker and Pac-Man, and then like the rest. Like in actuality, it's just 10 characters on top of the ones we already had, because it's counting Pac-Man, it's counting Joker, and it's counting Brave, and obviously whoever else is there, like the Jane chick or whatever. So, but my point is, I'm excited. And after this, I'm about to sign right off.
Switch's life cycle, and there are plenty of more years left in the system. It's also worth noting that outside of World of Light, there are actually 30 placeholder slots, so you can expect a minimum or a maximum of 10 DLC characters.
Which is crazy! If there's actually 30 extra characters in this game, oh my god, we'd have 105 fighters. 105! We don't deserve that. We genuinely do not. I'd be fine with just the 10 on top of the ones we already expected.
Really could be anything. There could be 1 more, there could be 2 more, there could be 5 more. Who knows? As long as one of them is Banjo. So with their just 4 more DLC,
it's extremely likely at this point. I think we're probably gonna get a Microsoft rep, honestly. And the reason why I say that is because it's just because like Microsoft. How to put it? Because Microsoft's relationship with Nintendo is getting better and better by the day. We see them putting Microsoft exclusive games on Nintendo via their Xbox Live service, which is also coming over. Like, I just think that given the fact that their connections are so close now, and it's almost like they're no longer enemies, really, I think it's pretty likely that we're going to get at least one exclusive Microsoft character in Smash. Well, whether that's Cuphead or Banjo-Kazooie or whatever. When Banjo-Kazooie comes out, ain't nobody going to be able to shut up about that, by the way. It's going to be obnoxious. But not that bad, I don't think. Also, Dio is going to be in the game. I really hope they don't put anime characters in the game. And the reason why I say that is because the second it happens, the second Goku is in the game, or Naruto or whatever, now everybody's going to be like, oh, they're in the game, put this character in the game. Where's Gon from Hunter x Hunter? Where's Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece? Where's Ichigo from Bleach? Where's Deku from My Hero Academia? Where's Jotaro? Which is what I'm gonna be saying. Where's the Joestars? I better get at least 2 JoJo characters in this bihatch. Better be Jotaro and Dio or somebody else. Honestly, it didn't have to be those 2. But I want to play as Dio and suck everyone's blood. Speaking of which, there aren't a lot of vampire characters in Smash Brothers, now that I think about it. Now, obviously, I don't think this is going to give us a chance for characters who have already been fully deconfirmed. Like, Waluigi, Isaac, and Alucard and whatnot. Like, those guys are, like, on zero. They're, like, completely gone because they're assist trophies. And while, of course, they could, obviously, switch them off of that, it's just that I feel like there's no point in holding on to hope to that. If it happens, then awesome, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I don't think that they're going to happen if these slots happen. That said, I think any character that is just a spirit and nothing else in the game has a chance, pretty much. I think characters like Rex have a really good chance, seeing as Sakurai lamented not being able to put him in the first place. I think the Three Houses guys have chances now, because honestly, Nintendo's going to want to put more Fire Emblem characters in this game. You know it. Sakurai probably wants to put them in there too. But on top of all of that, it's just like, I don't know, because this is these characters are being decided afterwards, I feel like they're not being held to the same stipulations that some of these other DLC characters might have, you know? Like, we know this is like if this goes down and then they decide to do another plan for this later on, which might happen like halfway through the year or something, at that point, when they choose those characters, it would have been after all of this happened. It would have been like Smash 4 cycle where Greninja got in. You know, I could see that genuinely happening. They wouldn't have had everything ahead of time. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. Banjo is likely. I think a Microsoft rep is pretty much likely, or hell, I would almost argue it's inevitable. Now, again, who's actually going to get in, who's not, I don't know. Let's not jump to conclusions. But again, I think we have some good chances for certain characters. Anyways, I am starting to nod off.
So let us
finish
know
the
what you guys
video.
think in the comments below, and of course be sure to subscribe to Game Explain for a lot more on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Until
next time.
Texting Captain Falcon, Sakurai. How did you know? Anyways, oh, the new Cyber trailer was cool too. I saw that during Etika's stream. If you're wondering why I'm so tired, this nigga, Etika. Because I was there for the 24-hour stream. I never slept. And then I wasn't able to really get myself back up and running. Because after that, I slept for like a couple hours. And then I woke up to do something with Ace. And then I just never actually ended up going back to sleep. And I stayed up this whole time, got some stuff done, and then we did this. But anyways, I'm really starting to just fade out. My brain is turning off. This is bad. I need to take a nap. So, yeah. See ya. What music track did I wanted to listen to this time? We've been listening to a lot of P3 Portable, but let's I need to find something calm and chill to ride out on. Blah, 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 blah. They better not copy strike me for that. I'll kill them. I want to be from near Automata so freaking bad. Yo, facts. I honestly have been fighting for Nier. I really want Phoenix, and I think Crash Bandicoot's really likely, just because he's a character who would be like according what Reggie said, he's a character nobody would see coming, and I think that is a valuable trait. I so totally do not remember what I was gonna play. I had a whole plan ready and everything, but it's all falling apart. Well, when push comes to shove, I guess. Actually, I guess I can't really think of one on the top of my head, especially in this condition. Damn it, this is difficult. Also, thanks for stopping by, guys. If you enjoyed the stream or whatever. Oh, there's other people here. Hey. Oh yeah, what I was saying with Reggie. Reggie said that like it was gonna be unpredictable characters, and given that you know everybody was like Crash used to be an exclusive character, but now he's not. I think he's likely, just simply because he was a character who was completely associated against. He is in the same kind of category as Sonic the Hedgehog, as Cloud, and you know those kinds of characters. And Solid Snake was just like you didn't really associate it with those, and you thought that was impossible. But hey, here we are. I think that would be like the next big character. I think we might get 2B. I think we're gonna get a pretty decent amount from Capcom too, simply because they have so many franchises. Honestly. Like, I would not be surprised if we got Phoenix right. And I'm really, really hoping we do, considering it would be a fun character. But, yeah. I'm kind of at a loss. I don't know. Oh, I know what I can do. Okay, I figured it out. Okay. We're going with this one. Alright. See you guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, like the video, subscribe, come back. Hit the bell to know when I do things again. I'm tired, if you couldn't tell. Thank you for coming by, you lovely people. And ciao. See, I'm just not trying. If I pump my energy in, I'll be good. I'm just, I'm really at my wit's end. I could be speaking up much, but at this point, I'm just about to give up. So, like, why even bother? Why wasn't I speaking like this the whole time? Why did I only get fired up at the last second? It doesn't make sense. Also, how'd you like my... Wow, that was really loud. How'd you guys like my thumbnail, by the way? Remember to leave a comment afterwards. And the thoughts. Not that anybody's gonna come to see this. Bye, my dude. Yo, ciao. Thanks for stopping by, Caleb. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. And, ciao, guys. Wait. This one.